Here we go. Yeah. Fresh bait because there's time to kill before we actually go. More fresh bait. Here we go. Welcome back to M Hood Fishing, everybody. So I'm only here to kill some time till the ferry starts running. I got here just after 4 a.m. It is almost 5 a.m. right now. Now I have a few fresh skipjack to take to the other side of the river. As soon as the dude gets here and opens that gate, we are getting out of here. But until then, let's mess around with a little jig. Let me show you what I'm doing. Here we go. Got the itty bitty shrimp by Crappie Psychic under a cork. It's a Thill cork. Might not actually get any time to mess around with this itty bitty jig because people are already lining up. Usually sometime after 5 is when people start lining up, and the actual crew for the ferry should be arriving soon too. Yep, not a lot of time. Oh, it's kind of funny. It's 5:19 and these cars showed up early and they just got on the ferry. The ferry's not actually running yet. So, all right guys, back in line. Finally over on the east bank, and we just have a little bit more time before the sun rises, about maybe 5-10 minutes. Nice morning. We're gonna go to a deep hole and look for big fish. Come on guys. Don't have any severe rain chances this morning either, but that's not the case for this afternoon. It's supposed to be a little stormy this afternoon, but that's typical down here in summer. And it's not hot or humid yet. It's kind of nice in the, I don't know, it's got to be 76 out here right now. Down in the woods here, following this trail. Hopefully this trail is okay. It has been raining a lot lately. A lot of places I've been going, I got to go through a lot of mud. I mean, you should see the trailer, it's just caked. So far this isn't bad. Check it out. Just the story of my life right now. Maybe you recognize this spot. I have fished here before a few times. One of my favorite spots. I'm only going to fish one catfish rod here, but we're gonna go really big with it, especially to start. We might downsize, but I don't want to really. 10-aught octopus hook, steel leader, 3 ounces of lead. Of course, over here I have 4 other rods dedicated to stuff like white bass and whatever else might be in the mouth of this channel that leads back to a big pond that's not too far back there. Got 6 skipjack here that I caught while I was waiting, but there's more. There's 9 and 10. So I caught 10 while we were waiting. This looks like the biggest one. Let's cut that one up. I want to start with a fairly big bait, so we're gonna go with like almost half this skipjack. Just pretty much the head and a bit of the body. This is a pretty deep hole, and there's a lot of other deep spots along the trail that I was on. We are going to do that. Kind of a deep hook. There we go. Getting this rope ready because I expect gar. Now this is a 10-foot Daiwa beef stick. It's one of the ones I've been using a lot, but we have a different reel on here. We have a bait runner by Penn, and we have 80-pound braid this time, whereas the last time I was here you saw me using a different Penn reel with 45-pound mono on it. So we're beefed up. Not the most distant cast I could do, but it doesn't really matter here because I'm in deep water nonetheless. All right, bait runner is engaged. I'm watching my rod tip bounce as the bait and the lead move with the current. The current's a little stronger today because the river came up a little bit overnight. I don't really want to downsize my hook because the river is full of gaff top here. If I keep a big bait, I'm not going to catch a bunch of small gaff top. I came to this spot because it's a deep hole. it's probably going to be holding freshwater cats along with gaff top, but we want to bang into something big, either a bull shark, big alligator gar, or a big blue cat, even a flathead. Something just picked up the bait. Didn't take any line. He's moving the rod tip. There's no guarantee if that's a small or a big fish. Alligator gar sometimes will pick up a bait and just kind of go slow with it. After waiting what feels like an eternity, I'm going to go ahead and bring this in, because that might just be a little... Oh, we're coming up over a drop off. Might have just been a little fish messing with it, and I want to go ahead and start over instead of sitting there watching that. I just put it out, it just hit bottom. Look at this. I've got the, yes. Right as it hit bottom. Wow. So glad I beefed up for this spot. 80-pound braid, steel leader. I got sharked here before, that's why I'm going hardcore this morning. And I'm using a 10-foot rod because 12-footers are really difficult to cast with the trees. It's kind of tight, kind of a tight spot. Watch, it's just a massive gaff top. Here we go, it's right in front of us. What do we got? A massive gaff top. Well, it's not the biggest I've ever caught, but I can't believe you tried to eat that. That was huge for you. Look how small you are. Go away. Big body piece now. Sometimes down here you just can't get away from gaff top at this time of year. The river's low. It's pretty green, you know, the salt water's backing up into it, so yep. And it's hot like bath water. Oh, I've got a headpiece out there now. That rod tip is bouncing good. He's still around the bait. Skipjack and white bass are going off, but a little further out. Tempted to throw a sabiki because I've thrown the sumo spoon or thrown top waters. Those two things haven't paid off. There we go. Okay. Gotcha. This is a cat. Just keep your fingers crossed that it's not a gaff top. It's not what we're here for. It feels big right now because of the drop off I'm bringing it up against. It's giving me a lot of head shakes. Hopefully it's a blue cat or something. Could always be just another massive gaff top. They do fight like this with a lot of tight head shakes and jerks, runs. I think I have him over the drop off for the most part, and he still feels kind of good. Running. This might be another big gaff top. No! What is that? Look at that! Finally, a freshwater cat. Nice. I got us a little blue cat. Not the biggest, but it's not a gaff top. Yeah. It's not like when the river gets green like this that the freshwater cats just disappear. It's just that the gaff top get thicker. I'm not gonna bother weighing him. He's about 8 pounds, 10 pounds, somewhere around there. There you go. Here we go. Got him. This fish is fighting weird. I wonder what we have. This might be the fish that you need the steel leader for. I'm not sure. He's fighting weird, like he's starting and stopping, like a kid learning how to drive. I gotta get this out of the way. I watched this get a bite forever, and I was thinking that eventually I should bring it up because I might not have bait left. That'll happen eventually when it's just little fish biting you. I feel like we might need to back up and grab either a rope or a landing net. Not sure what we have yet. We're about to see him though. He's right here in front of us. There is a bit of a drop off right here. There's a few of them close to each other. I'm trying to pick him up. Watch this be a massive stingray. Nope. Oh ho ho, bull shark. That's what I was wondering, because he was fighting like one. Got us a little pup. Yeah. I didn't want to say, because I didn't want to jinx it. I didn't want to say, oh, it feels like a bull shark, and it turns out to be one of those massive. Come on, walk on up here. Walk on up. It's a walking bull shark. Yeah, you're right. Pretty typical size bull shark to get out of the river. I mean, you can get bigger ones out of here, but it's pretty common for this part of the river to be thick right now when it's green with these immature bulls. Let's see if we can. Oh, unhooking them might be a pleasure. I mean, the opposite of that, not a pleasure. It's not just the teeth that make this a pain. It's the fact that usually when you get a decent hookup with any kind of shark, oh man, it's just hard to get the hook out. It's not really just about the teeth. I mean, yeah, there's teeth, and you don't want them clamping down on you. A lot of people, when I catch bull shark, they'll be like, oh, catch and cook. It's way too small. They have to be much bigger than this, and bull shark are not the best eating shark. I'm sure somebody loves them. I don't know how I did that, but I got that hook out without destroying the hook. These are really good hooks. That's a Gamakatsu. Real quick, guys. Try to show him off. There we go. Wow, I'm pretty excited. I've been sharked a few times in the river this year already, but this is my first one out of the river for 2022. I've caught bull shark out of the river before. There he goes. I thought he was going to try and walk back up here. There was a bunch of bites right after the shark, and then all of a sudden it was time to say this. Thanks for watching, liking, sharing, and subscribing, and I will see you next time.